Okay, my desk. It's a little bit messy. I haven't cleaned my place in forever. Like, oh, today is Saturday. I think most of the time I'm just. This is when you know you're burnt out. When your energy is so low, do 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 do. That's when you know you're burned out. Like the way I'm feeling right now, I'm kind of like. I just had my yoga class. I'm feeling fabulous. I need to get myself some tea to just get my day going. Feel great, great, great. This morning, I need to do my nails. Look at my nails. They're kind of like all messed up. I don't know what color I'm going to take. Maybe a little bit of purple. That's what I'm going. Maybe I'll take a purple or a pink color for my nails. They're all messed up right now. I had a cute Halloween color, but Halloween is over. Hello, who is this? G60. Hi, hey. Brutu. I'm a pure goddess. The goddess is me. Oh. The goddess is me. Don't worry about, I have like my stuff all over the place. So if you see my socks, if you see my underwear somewhere right here in the mix, I'm just burned out from all the cleaning, going to work, all that. What is your name? Your name is? I'm not gonna call you Poppy. I got Poppy myself. Do not worship and bow down and worship anything that walks on this planet. If you know what's good for you. Oh, shoot. That's what. You know, Jesus Christ. I think I left my book, my diary at work. Shit. What if somebody opens it on Monday? Dang it. It's not here. Girl. That's where I write my notes, my preachy notes for my live. Now I'm not got preachy. I don't have no preachy notes for you. You know, I had written some things, some meditated things that I had pondered on some lifelong wisdom I was going to share with you. and then I forgot the book. Just like that. You know what? One thing I know about God, He took time to create me. He wanted to create a beautiful thing, and He was like, oh, here's my book. Oh shit, I'm old. I've been forgetting things. I got him now. I thought I forgot my notebook, and I write my secret feelings here. I do not date. I stopped dating a long time ago. Now is me and the rest of my life. I don't wanna be in a relationship. I've dated some I've dated some black guys, I've dated some African. I've really just dated African men, and I dated a few white guys, but I'm not gonna date anybody anymore because it's clear to me that I cannot be in a relationship with somebody with a Y chromosome. So I am I am going to be single for the rest of my life. I just need to get some money and get myself a cat and a dog, and then travel the world, and then I'll be set. That's my plan. I do not want anybody. I have figured out that human beings are opportunistic. They only want to get into a relationship to get something out of you. And then when they are done getting whatever it is that they wanted out of the relationship, they move on to the next victim. And I don't want to be a victim. So I will be loving myself. I don't feel lonely. I substitute loneliness with worshiping God. Once I get my cat and my dog, I'll be super busy because animals have to eat, they have to bathe, they have to go to the doctor, they have to go to for a walk. I mean, they just take up space in your life. Yeah, I won the lotto, right? No, I grew up people calling me ugly, very ugly. So for me, when people say like when I think beauty is on the surface, the real beauty comes from the inside, and a lot of people just care about what's on the outside and never really care about what's on the inside, and that's sad. This is my real hair. I know, looks like a wig, but it's not. uh, Hi Jeremiah. No, beauty should be on the inside. I tell you guys, any woman with money will look beautiful. So that woman that you're looking out on the streets and thinking she's not a 10, she's a 10. If she has money, she's a 10, 10, 10, all the way. Like, look at all these celebrities that we look at and we think that they are beautiful. They have money. It's all money. If they got money, they'll look beautiful. Because if you have money, you buy nice makeup. You'll do your hair, you'll do your nails. You're going to go to the gym, you're going to work out, you're going to be in good shape. Like, if you're money and you're ugly, if you have money and you're ugly, I don't know what's wrong with you. Like, if you have money and you're in good health, like you can move around and like you can go to the store, you can eat, you can go to work, and you still don't look good, it's because you're lazy. You don't want to wake up and do your makeup. You don't want to wake up and do your hair. You don't want to go and do your nails. Like, like, like people with money that don't look good have a problem. But I had a message. I didn't just come here. Sometimes I write things. You know, I like talking about happiness, finding happiness, creating happiness. I am more of about creating happiness than finding happiness. Because when you say, "Oh, I'm going to find happiness somewhere," is you give agency of your happiness to somebody else in another body or something else. You give your happiness to somebody else. But creating happiness, Eric, nice to see you. Love to see Eric. Eric, welcome. Today we are talking about creating happiness. Creating happiness is like making love. You know, happiness is not outside of you. You make happiness and you create happiness as you move through life. Sit down, let this sink in, because happiness is something that you create, is not something that you find or you bump into or that happens to you by accident. At some point in your life, you know, you run out of luck and you have to make love to your life. You have to create happiness in your life. You have to do the things that actually make you happy. So one of the ways that you can actually make love to your mind or create happiness in your mind and create happiness in your life is to observe your thoughts. You can observe your thoughts. Our thoughts think either our thoughts are either two. Either they are survival thoughts or they are just happy-go-lucky thoughts. So if you find your mind fighting, like your thoughts are fighting, you know, like maybe you're fighting, your thoughts can be fighting. Maybe it's a situation that you're fighting against. It could be with your friends, it could be with your co-workers, it could be with your boss, it could be with your spouse, it could be with your teachers, like your whatever people you do business with. If you're thinking, they did this to me, they did this, they hate, like this is how they behave, or even politics, like a lot of people, especially a lot of people don't like politics because politics is about a lot of fighting, and they want to go into a place where they're like, it's no longer fighting, it's just nice, it's just peace, it's just like going with the flow. Like they want to be in that space, and that space is very different from when your mind is fighting. So one of the things to make love to your mind is to observe. Are my thoughts really in survival mode, or are my thoughts in balance, or are my thoughts happy? Are my thoughts, you know, looking forward and optimistic, or are my thoughts kind of sad, lonely, depressed? Because your thoughts color your world, your thoughts create your reality. And so observing the state of your thoughts is really important. Catch yourself when you're happy and compare that to when you feel agitated, and now start looking at the two states of consciousness. One is survival, and another one is in balance, in homeostasis, in the creative side of life. You want to catch yourself, like which one is which, right? And that is one of the things. And then one of the things that you're going to ask yourself is, can I switch my thoughts from being agitated, in fight mode, or where I want to give up, or I am sad and depressed, can I switch that to balance? Can I switch that to more joyfulness? Can I switch that to more, to laughing? Can I switch the state of my mind? Because we have internal states, just like we have external states like cold and hot. We have internal states also. Sometimes we are thirsty, sometimes we are sad, sometimes we are hungry, sometimes we are agitated. We also have internal states that we can regulate, just like drinking water when you're thirsty. So you want to check your thoughts, right? And then now we are going to regulate them, because one of the things that you have to ask yourself is, can I switch my thoughts when I'm feeling lonely and depressed and angry and sad? Can I switch those thoughts? Eric is saying, if you're looking for happiness, you found the right channel to join, so hit the thumbs up, play the queen. So once you do that, for example, for me, when I want to anchor myself from a state of agitated to a happy state, I'm going to listen to comedy. I literally go on YouTube and I do like driver, and I start listening to something funny, and I'll be laughing, I'll be giggling, and I'll be happy, and I'll be changing my states, my mental states. Just like that, I'll be changing my mental states. Again, now you see why it's important. You can switch your mental states like that, just like drinking water. You can switch your mental states if you find yourself, oh, I'm feeling a little bit like tired, or I'm feeling a little bit depressed. You can decide, okay, let me go watch comedy, let me listen to something funny. Sometimes if you're feeling lonely and depressed, for me, that time I usually listen to worship music, and I praise the Lord, I bless the Lord. And you know what? That mood starts lifting, because sometimes when you sing, it opens up your lungs, it opens up your body, it just brings you to a higher vibration. So for me, I choose Christian gospel, like music of worship, because I don't want to go and like listen to Beyonce when I'm depressed. I'll probably be more depressed. So I go and use the word of God to lift me up. Mental states are like drinking water. You can switch your mental states, like just like drinking water. You can switch up your mental state. So when I'm feeling depressed, I go into worship, I pray, because you can literally feel that energy of depression. It's almost like a cloud coming over you. And for me, I have noticed that when I pray, when I worship, that cloud goes, it moves out of, like, it moves away. That's when I know that there is evil, because there's no way this entity called depression can just come into your life, because you are born pure, you are born happy, you are born joyful. So whenever I feel like depression is starting to set in, I know this is an attack from the enemy. That's why I worship and pray and praise God. And that's one way for me, I move out of it. Another way, I listen to comedy, because laughter is the best medicine. I listen to comedy. I just start laughing, you know like you know because like funny people can say whatever, and they say some of the most unhinged things, but they are literally funny, and that way they switch my state of mind. I switch my internal states. So this is how you color your life. You color your life with happiness. um Sometimes you can do this. Sometimes Okay, this one is not mostly used by a lot of people, but you can use it too. Okay, this is when you anchor yourself. You anchor yourself. Think about, maybe it's a cartoon character, maybe it's some funny person you saw on a movie, like a character in a movie, or somebody famous that you know, or somebody who inspires you, or one of your friends. Um, Maybe they have a tendency that kind of like that shifts them into this space of happiness. You shift and anchor into that, and then you get out of it. So here's what I'm going to show you. For example, I have a friend of mine. She's a lot of things, but one of the things that I like about her is that she quickly forgets. She has like this thing, it's almost like amnesia. She forgets. And the thing is, when you mess up, like when you do something she doesn't like, she forgets quickly. And the way she forgets is so quickly that you even feel forgiven, like she didn't, it's like it didn't, like she forgot it the next minute. Like you did something, she forgot it the next minute. And you know, I was kind of like, I used to like not forgive easily because I've been betrayed. And when I saw that quality in her, I was like, oh wow, it's so easy to forgive. You just completely have amnesia. And whenever now things started happening, after I met her and after I got to know this beautiful quality she has, after that, I started having amnesia. You call me a bitch today, tomorrow I'll be like, hi, oh, so nice to see you. Like I've never seen you again in my life entirely. And you know what? That gives me room for life to move on. Strong people do that. They push life and it moves on. No matter what, it's a new day. I go on. Life goes on. You can choose to have habits like that. So for me, I anchor. Whenever I feel like somebody has done something unforgivable, I remember her and I anchor myself. I anchor myself in her habit of having amnesia. I know this kind of sounds like it's out there, but it's actually been used in NLP and in psychology, that form of anchoring and being an anchor, like you anchor. Maybe there's a quality you like about somebody like Michelle Obama, because she has very like beautiful qualities. You can anchor that personality. Like whenever you need to have that, like maybe it's the way she talks, or maybe it's the way she's straightforward, or the way she's honest. You can decide to anchor those qualities, you know, whatever. So that's how you kind of create internal states. Let me see what else I wrote. And then I'll be out of here. Yeah, sometimes it's about changing your perspective entirely. When you want to create happiness, happiness is not going to find you in your life. You're not just going to bump into happiness and people who make you happy. You will have to switch that mindset and that perspective from, oh, happiness is going to find me, to I am going to create happiness in my life. Happy people are not waiting for some force outside of them to come act upon them so that they can have a good day. They have a good day, you know. So you go on, you have a good day. I gotta go talk to my sister. Mwah, love you. And if you didn't like my channel, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Here we talk about mental health. I tell you things that people will not tell you for free. You know, other people are charging you guys like $3,500. I'm charging you $49. So you can always subscribe and see me on the next time when I'm live. Mwah. Have a good day. Happy Sunday.